What's up YouTube? For tonight we have a full Elements of the Periodic Table team. This was a really interesting idea and it was going to be one of my mystery theme team picks, but since it got so many likes it actually ended up winning the video, so nice idea. Okay, as usual guys, drop them theme team comments below, go do it. If you enjoyed this series make sure you leave a like on the video too. Now, this was a very interesting team because it had Silcoon in it and Silcoon had a lot of moves to work with, as you can probably know by looking at his move pool. Anyways, I led with it because there was nothing really else I could do with it. So what I did, I made it a defensive wall. Since it gets fairly decent defense with Everlight, that's really all I could do. It had the world's worst move. I actually forced a swap there with the Silcoon, so I was happy already. I was laughing my ass off. So I got an iron defense up anyway, so that's going to boost my defense by +2. I've got the Everlight, and I know the Flare Blitz is coming from Ember, and that's gonna. I was thinking that would wipe me out, even with all the boosts and everything. And I live with 23 health. That was so good. I got some damage recoil. I do Poison Sting hype, and I get the poison and a fucking crit at the same time. How good was that? So I got the recoil, the poison, and the crit all in one move. That was awesome. So after the damage on the Flare Blitz recoil on the Silcoon and the poison, I got pretty close to getting half of Ember itself with the Silcoon, so that was awesome. Iron defense, and it had iron defense and Everlight, so and max defense. So it was very, very bulky. Okay, so over half health. So Silcoon, that was good. My team didn't have much checks to this. I wasn't really sure if it was running the choice band set or not. I tested it out by swapping Luminian, so I got a swap there, so most of them run Wild Charge for the bulky water types. IU turned out anyways, and thankfully Sceptile come in, probably expecting some sort of water move, so that's good. That's actually, I'm running a choice specs Luminian there. Okay, with this Meganium, this is actually a choice band Meganium, and it's got its main attack is Petal Blizzard with the highest base power grass move, and I've got its physical move pool is pretty terrible. I predicted the Doublade swap in there, and I got an Earthquake off, so that was really, really nice there. I'm going to continue to go for the Earthquake against this thing. It's extremely bulky in defense. Like, I'm choice band Adamant Nature, and it uses Destiny Bond. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen one of these use Destiny Bond in a while, so I don't want to take it out because I don't want to lose my Meganium yet. That's going to be quite handy. So I thought, well, I might be able to work around this swapping and stuff. I know how much PP Destiny Bond actually has, so I could work around it and maybe take it out. Then I kind of got a little bit frustrated there and tried to take it out with a knockoff, but even then it didn't, and I knew it wouldn't probably take it out either there because I don't have any attack EVs. It's mainly all in health and defense. So that was good. I got rid of its Everlight, but I still needed something to take it out. So I thought, I need to play some sort of mind games to get around this Pokemon. Like, what can I do? So it's just spamming Destiny Bond, like, every turn. I knew that it would eventually run out, so I thought I need to bait it up somehow. I need to draw it out and try and attack me. Then I can finish it off. So I get the Automize up with my Aggron here. I've used, I use Automize Aggron ages and ages ago. Gens back, it works really nicely. I used it without the Mega as well, and it works with Lairon, which works nicely too. So Automize again. I'm just going to continue using Automize to try and stall out the PP on Destiny Bond. As I said, try and draw the attack out. Finally, I get attack drawn out, and Sacred Sword nearly takes me out. Well, doesn't about just a bit over 3/4, obviously. I get the Shadow Sneak, and the Sacred Sword isn't enough to take me out, which is nice. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. That's definitely going to be enough to take Doublade out. So I'm very, very happy with that, getting that down. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice a bit of health, but I didn't sacrifice my Pokemon like Destiny Bond would have. So the result wasn't too bad. Okay, in comes the Umbreon here. I thought I wasn't sure what was actually going to come into this, so I just went for Head Smash, and it nearly takes it out. I live on 1 health there, and it's just going to finish me off the foul play. I thought I might go Moonlight or something just to stall me out. Maybe it just wanted to get rid of this thing. Anyways, that critical hit did so much damage there on 1 health. So it's obviously just going to be a bulky Umbreon. Judging by that damage, it's probably just max health. If it was defensive, it would have done a little bit less there. I know my Umbreon's EVs pretty damn well. Okay, so thinking here, Meganium. Let's swap you in. Let's go for Facade here because I thought that Salamander or Ember may try and come in. Didn't want to risk the Earthquake, so thank God I did that. So Facade didn't do too bad of damage. Unfortunately, Salamence is going to go for the Dragon Dance, so I'm thinking here, what should I do? I've just got to stay in and go for it. Wasn't sure whether it was running a mix set. Just Facade it again. You know, one more hit and then it's down. And then it uses the Declaw. I'm like, oh, I may just be able to live this. I'm max health. That's it. Max health, max attack. And I tank it just purely because of my base. And Meganium looks so awesome using Facade. That little head smash at the end there. That crit didn't even matter either. So bye-bye Salamence. So Meganium is doing awesome in this battle. Most definitely the most handy Pokemon so far. Okay, so we have the Toxicroak coming in here. Yeah, I didn't have much to swap into this thing. It's not really fun to check with the Pokemon that I had left, so I just stayed in and used Facade. It actually sets up the Nasty Plot, which was bad, but I did a little round, half health to it, and it's going to go for the Sludge Wave there, so that's definitely going to take me out. Didn't have Aggron to swap into that anymore. Then again, it could have had access to fighting moves that outsped me. I wasn't really sure. I know it can sometimes carry Vacuum Waves as well. It's a nice little priority there. Okay, so I swap in my Throw here. Like I said, I wasn't really sure what other moves it had, so I just went for Knockoff here to see what actually item it was running, and I could see that it was running Expert Belt, so I'm like, that's interesting, because I couldn't see Life Orb, and I noticed before, I think the Salamence had the Life Orb, so I was just a bit curious what item it had. Anyways, it's going to Sludge Bomb me again. That's definitely going to take me out there. Yeah, poor throw, but I was in a bad spot at the moment. So I was thinking, well, what am I going to swap into this? I've got a special defensive Hydreigon. This may be able to take a special move. Then it has Vacuum Wave. I'm like, okay, I can live that. That Expert Belt getting knocked off actually made a difference, because that would have done, that would have done 3/4 at max damage for sure. Maybe a little, and a crit would have destroyed me. So, but I was very, Throw actually did a good job getting rid of that Expert Belt. So that's cool. 3/4 left on my Hydreigon. Nearly caught a Hydrogen there. In comes Umbro again, so I'm thinking, whoa, what are you going to do? Any neutral physical attack I'm pretty wary about, because I'm pretty sure this is choice banded due to the damage. It lives like on the tiniest amount of health, and it's going to head smash me, and that's bye-bye Hydreigon. But since my Silcoon earlier on the match, if you do remember, actually poisoned it, and there's a bit of recall on that one too there, so that's down. See you later. So we had the Lumineon as my last Pokemon, and the Sceptile, and which I was thinking must be Mega, and the Umbro. So I'm Choice Specs Lumineon, can't do shit, and it lives the Ice Beam. Like, man, I couldn't go for the Skull Light, I couldn't go for it. Had to lock myself into Ice Beam. Umbro actually sets up the Wish there. I'm like, oh damn, it's going to use Wish Protect. This is game. Unless I get a Freeze Hacks or something, this is definitely game. It doesn't use Protect after. Okay, it must not have had Wish. It must have had like just Wish and its other moves. Okay, I have seen them without Protect sometimes, since it's so bulky, it doesn't always need it. Okay, so that was good. I was like, this is really good. And then at Mega Rolls, I'm like, crap, I'm going to die to like a grass move here. GG. Well, I was pretty happy with the result at this point in the game. Christmas Tree comes out there and waves his Christmas tree at me, and it uses Giga Drain, and I fucking live on 11 health. Yes! I think I'm not sure whether that was min damage or not, but no fucks were given that day because I took it out with Ice Beam, and that's 4 times, and that is awesome. That was nothing like finishing a match off with Lumineon. That was sweet. Silcoon even did something. They all did something. It was a solid match there. I think the only thing they could have changed was bringing their Toxicroak in earlier. But that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Peace out.